Hi, my name is Koorosh, the author of The Money Anxiety Cure, A Path to Financial Wellness. Welcome back. Today we're exploring Chapter 5, which is about being at peace with what is. But when I say being at peace with what is, that doesn't mean that I'm supporting you in living in denial around where you're at financially. So here's my question to you. Where are you around your relationship with your finances? Is there some aspect of your relationship that is perhaps in denial around your finances? Do you have too much debt, for example, that you're not addressing? Short-term debt, long-term debt? Do you have an issue around your job or your income or perhaps your communications with your spouse that you're avoiding or ignoring? Is there some element of avoidance that you notice when you pause, which I mention a lot in the book, is when you really do need to pause a lot and check in with yourself. Do you notice those blinking red lights, the constriction, the tension, the tightness, the anxiety, where it's putting you in that position where you're feeling kind of like you don't want to look at your checkbook, you don't want to balance your financial statement, you don't want to sit down and plan for your financial future. This chapter is really about being at peace with where you're at, but not about being in denial or avoidance around where you're at. I do mention a lot in the book around the ultimate goal about cultivating both your spiritual bank account and your material bank account. Both those are equally important and they should be in balance. But the ultimate question is, since this life is, it's passing by and there's a level of urgency to really get our financial life together, how would you address your finances if you knew you only had 5 years to live? Or perhaps 1 year to live? And if you knew, and I think this is true, that money is really a catalyst for your transformation. If you knew you had a certain amount of time left and your family depended on you to really get this relationship worked out, and you could check in and come out of your level of avoidance or denial or shutdown or ignorance or arrogance or wherever you're at, wherever you tend to block out the reality, if you knew that you could transform your life using your finances as that vehicle for transformation, what would you do differently? Are you willing to go ahead and take a look at your budget more carefully? If you were to pause and come back and check in with yourself, what do you notice coming up? Do you see those red blinking lights? That means stop spending or stop being contracted around your generosity. Do you notice the green lights going on, which means really, it's time to go forward, take some risks. Perhaps be a little bit more generous. Perhaps, go ahead and take on a new job or ask for a raise. So really accepting where you're at with your finances is really about pausing more often and asking yourself these very important questions around how can I really have a better relationship around my finances so I can have both material wealth and spiritual wealth. Thank you very much for tuning in, and please, order the book on Amazon if you're interested, or buy it for someone who you feel has stress and anxiety around money.